This is the Broughton, a maze of misty mountains, steep fjords, plunging rivers, and forested islands. From one end to the other, the Broughton is swept continually by winds, currents, and tides. In this, the final Summer of Forum-sponsored research, we hope to answer three big questions in the sea lice debate. First, do salmon farms increase sea lice on wild salmon? Second, do sea lice significantly endanger individual wild salmon? Third, and most important, if sea lice do affect individual wild salmon, do they have a major impact on entire salmon populations? Getting answers hasn't been easy. To help us understand the bigger picture, we visited some of the more than 24 researchers carrying out sea lice studies in the Broughton Archipelago on BC's central coast. According to the Department of Fisheries and Oceans, DFO, sea lice numbers were low in 2007 and have been low again this spring. However, counts appear to be up in June in some areas. It's confusing. So why are sea lice numbers fluctuating? Here, in Wells Passage at the northern end of the Broughton, DFO researcher Brent Hargreaves is using a large seine net to capture salmon smolts and check them for sea lice infection. On this foggy, cool day, it's slow going for Hargreaves and his crew. Few fish of any kind are turning up. Next, we visit a second team of researchers working near Echo Bay, where Martin Krakosik and Mark Lewis of the University of Alberta have developed a model on how they think sea lice spread. Lewis and Krakosik's team of students are netting salmon smolts close to shore and inspecting them for infection. Our final stop is a salmon farm at Doctor's Islet on the west side of Knight Inlet. Here, researchers are testing salmon smolts using specially designed equipment. Laura Nendick is testing how well a salmon smolt with one sea louse can swim against a current, one way to measure the impact of infection on individual fish. Mike Sackville is dissecting smolts to test whether sea louse infection impacts a juvenile salmon's ability to maintain its bodily fluids. And Stephen Tang is in charge of what is called a Hillary column, a 10-meter cylindrical net cage that lets salmon smolts and the tiny sea lice interact freely in the natural environment. The Hillary column should help us understand some mysteries. For example, how do smolts and sea lice behave after dark? Once the results of all these studies are brought together, we hope to have a much better understanding of how sea lice impact wild salmon and clear answers to the three big questions about sea lice. For final conclusions from this research, stay tuned later this year to the Salmon Forum's website at www.pacificsalmonforum.ca.